Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Parent's Guide to Google Classroom for Newton Falls Exempted Village School District. This is Rachel Rankin, Assistant Principal of the Junior High and High School. Okay, let's talk about what is Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is your child's digital link to learning. It will serve as the main hub of your child's remote instruction. And the purpose of this class is to help you understand the basic functions of Google Classroom to assist your remote learners at home. This is the parent presentation that was delivered to parents in person on September 2nd and 3rd. We wanted to make this information available for those that couldn't attend. So Google Classroom is a web-based learning environment where students can collaborate with their peers and teachers. It offers a digital safe space for students to view class announcements, access posted course content, view posted assignments, and turn in completed work. Only authorized Newton Falls users, so students, teachers, and other designated staff members, can have access to a Newton Falls Google Classroom. Google users outside of the Newton Falls network are not granted permission to any Newton Falls Google Classroom. So what this means is that parents do not have access themselves to a Google Classroom. However, we will talk here in a few minutes about how you can set up email preferences to receive updates about your child's progress in Google Classroom. So each child will access Google Classroom using their school-issued Chromebook. When they open up their Chromebook, it will automatically prompt them to log in, and they will use their @nfschools.org account to log into the Chromebook. They would have received their email and password during student orientation, and please email your classroom teacher if you don't have this information. The @nfschools.org account is a Google hosted account. And again, they will sign into this onto their Chromebook device using that school email. Once they've signed into the Chromebook, they're going to click on the Google Chrome browser icon, and it looks like this. And then they're going to type google.com into the web address bar. And it's going to take them to google.com holding page. And if you see a sign in button, you can click it, but it should already have them signed in since they did it at the beginning when they opened up their Chromebooks. But if the blue button is there, don't worry, just have them click that button and sign in using their school email address and password. So once they're logged in, you're gonna see their initials, okay? And they can also change this if they want at a later time, the initials to be a photo of themselves. But now that you see this, you're signed into the Google Apps for Education account. And you're going to click on the 9 squares of which is called a waffle icon. You're going to click on the waffle icon, and it's going to drop down a menu on the right side of the page. And then you're going to see a Google suite of products. Now these icons might be in a slightly different order, but you can drag and drop them to however you want them to appear. And this is kind of a reference for you of just some of the common Google icons that your students will have to recognize as they go through the school year. So once they click on the waffle icon, then you need to find the Google Classroom icon. Find it and click on it for me. Any classes that the child has already enrolled in are going to immediately be visible. They may need to join a new class. To do that, they're going to click the plus sign in the top right corner of the screen in Google Classroom and enter the code provided by the teacher. They can also do this through their email after receiving an email invitation from their teacher to join the Google Classroom. Once they have joined one time, then they don't have to rejoin again. And this just kind of gives you a general overview of the different navigation tools and page tools in Google Classroom. This is the home page of once you click inside of a classroom. And so later on in this presentation, I'm going to take you through a demo test class so you can actually see this larger and in view. but this is at least a good reference for you. Number 1 is the menu of classes. Number 2 would be the current class the child's in at the moment. 3 is the stream, which is the announcements page. 4 is the classwork page, which we'll talk about in more detail. Number 5 is the people, so that's any of the teachers and then all of the classmates that are in the class. 6 is the waffle icon. 7 is the student account. 8 is any upcoming material, and 9 are class updates. So the classwork tab is going to be where all of the student assignments are. They will click on the classwork tab and they can access their grades, see any upcoming due dates, view any of their learning materials, upcoming assignments, completed assignments, all of the classwork and learning materials filter through the classwork tab. So parent accounts, as I mentioned, cannot be added to Google Classroom. However, you can sign up for Guardian Summaries to be emailed to you that provide a report of upcoming and completed assignments, missing work, test grades, etc. To enroll in Guardian Summaries, please email your child's classroom teacher and request to be enrolled. You will receive an email and can establish your preferences, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, etc. This is a great communication tool to keep you informed of what's going on in Google Classroom since you don't have parent access. If you need to contact the teachers, please do not use Google Classroom to do so. That is strictly used between student to student and student to teacher. So as a parent, if you have a question for a classroom teacher, please use your own email to do that through email communications and not Google Classroom. If you need to connect your device, your Chromebook device at home to Wi-Fi, here are the instructions to do so. All you need to do is open up the Chromebook, and in the bottom right corner, you're going to click on the Quick Settings panel at the bottom right of the screen. Then click on No Network, select your Wi-Fi network, and enter your password. The great thing about Google Classroom and all of the Google Education apps is that you can have access anywhere. So the Google Education apps, including Google Classroom, run on an Android, an iPhone, a tablet, a desktop, obviously a Chromebook, any device that can get internet. And what's great about these apps is that it allows you to edit assignments from any device also that is connected to the internet. As always, as you're making your way through Google Classroom and helping your child when they're trying to learn at home, if you have questions that arise, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can contact Rachel Rankin, who's the assistant principal of grades 6 through 12 at rankinr@nfschools.org. You can also contact Sean Donley, our tech supervisor at sdonley@nfschools.org, and we will assist you with any questions that you may have regarding Google Classroom. So this looks this is the Google Classroom holding page. So any classes that your child would be enrolled in or already joined are going to sit here. And if they aren't enrolled in a class that they need to, they can do that in one of two ways. They can hit the plus sign and hit join a class, and they would enter the student, the teacher's Google Classroom code that has been provided to them, or the teacher may push out an email with an invitation link to join the class. So I'm going to click on this test class, and now I'm inside of a demo classroom for you. And this is where every classroom will open up, which is the Stream tab. And the Stream tab is just an area for the teacher to post general information, announcements, reminders, as you can see here. Okay, any upcoming work, important assignments, upcoming due dates, you're going to see in this upcoming box here on the left. The most important tab for you to be concerned about is the classwork tab. And the classwork tab is where all of the assignments are going to be, both upcoming work and completed work. Okay. Now this might be organized differently depending on each teacher, but right here you'll see some welcome materials. Welcome, please review these materials. They will let you know about the expectations and a little bit about the course. So I would click on these and open them up and read this material. Syllabus, same thing. I need to click this, read the syllabus. Onto the safety contract. Please use Kami to complete your safety contract. So Kami is an app that we have purchased for the district K through 12 that turns any worksheet into an editable worksheet where students can directly type onto that worksheet. So this would be something I would use that for, and I just follow the instructions that the teacher provides. Notice the due date over here, due September 11th at 4 o'clock. Now I have week 1, and again, these are assignments, so please complete the dossier using the link below to let me get to know you. So once I would click this, complete it, and then it would register that it had been turned in through Google Classroom. All of the child's assignments will function through Google Classroom, and it will function through this classwork tab. So if you want to know what's going on every day in your child's Google Classroom and you want them to show you, this is where they would show you that. Again, if they need to reach out, if your child needs to reach out to anyone, they can click on People and click directly on the mail button to email the teacher directly. And then below would be any of the classmates that are enrolled in the class. If I want to navigate to a different Google Classroom, I'm going to come over in the top left, hit the menu button, and scroll down to see what I have available. Again, as always, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are more than willing to help and provide support to you as you help your remote learners navigate online through Google Classroom. Thank you very much and have a great evening.